This is football legend Ronaldinho, and this is me about to score from his assist. But how did I get here? Well, you see, ever since a kid, it's been my dream to play with my football idols. And last month, the legend Ronaldinho invited me to play on his team in a match against former Ballon d'Or winner Kaka. My dream was about to come true, but there was one problem. The Game of Legends is a street ball style match inside an arena, which is something I've never done before. On top of that, the game will be played in front of thousands of screaming fans and millions more watching live on TV. I couldn't risk wasting my dream moment. So over the next week, I'll be doing everything I can to prepare for the biggest match of my life. I arrived at the pitch and it was time to meet my coach.
So I am at the pitch and today I have a very special guest. There's only one person that can get to coach me. The legend, the GOAT, Jeremy Lynch. Here we are.
So brother, are the rumours true? Are you going to be playing on Ronaldinho's team?
It's true. I'm going to be, listen, I'm playing on Ronaldinho's team.
Okay, right, are you ready?
I feel good, but I definitely need your help.
Street ball is extremely physical, fast-paced, and you need a lot of skill. So, I needed to prepare properly. To start with, Jeremy showed me some ground moves, and his feet were moving so fast that I could barely keep up.
The sole, you're going to be using the sole of your foot a lot more than on typical 11-a-side.
And that's exactly what I need to use later in this video if I want to shine in the big match. And after I practiced that for a bit, Jeremy also taught me a secret nutmeg that I will attempt later in the match. And now it was time to step up our training.
Right, so we're going to be working on some 1v1s. For this, I've brought in a defender. Now, I must warn you, he's a little bit tenacious. It's someone that you know, but he will crunch you.
I wonder who you brought.
So the defender that I brought in is Zayn. I know you're tenacious, but obviously don't injure him for his big game.
Can't make any promises.
In street ball, 1v1s are very important, so that's what we were focusing on. Zayn knows me well, so if I wanted to beat him, I would have to be a bit more creative. So on the next go, I added a bit of skill. Before the final attempt, Jeremy told me to use a ball roll fake, which is a very effective street ball skill. And when Zayn came back, tension started to flare.
Wait.
Oh, he zipped it in.
Oh!
The ball roll worked, and I took the win. But now it was time for the next stage of training.
Defending. So to help us with this,
Wait. I'm a winger.
I know you're a winger, but in street ball, you have to be able to play every position because it's small-sided. So to help with this, I've brought in a very techie player.
No way have you brought this guy.
Jeremy had brought Urgus, who is one of the most skillful ballers we know. So I knew this wasn't going to be easy, especially as I'm not a defender. And on the first go, Urgus got past me, but I felt like I had been pushed.
And there's actually a push there.
But that little push would never be given in street ball, or anywhere in fact.
Obviously, Urgus is not stronger than you.
He's not.
But be prepared to be physical, especially with street ball, because it's going to be like that.
This time, I tried a different approach. And it worked.
Yes! Let's go, my boy. Yes.
But in our final 1v1, my defending let me down again, and Urgus scored. I definitely had a lot to improve on before the big match. We had one more stage of training left before I could be ready to play with Ronaldinho. And Jeremy had a crazy surprise in store for me.
You've done really well today, my brother. What you need to do now is head home and wait for my message. I've got something for you.
What's that even mean?
You'll find out, my brother. You'll find out.
The next day, I received a mystery message from Jeremy Lynch.
Yes, Kilani, to complete your training, you now need to put what you've practiced into action.
Pack your bags, you're going to New York.
The match was less than 48 hours from now, but first, I was heading to New York to complete my final stage of training. We arrived in the city and headed to one of the most famous locations in New York, Pier 5, home of New York's best ballers. The final stage of my training was to compete in 6 pickup football matches, and if I don't win at least 5 of them, it will mean I failed my training and therefore be deemed as not ready to play in the match with Ronaldinho and Kaka.
So we just pulled up to Pier 5, but the only problem is I don't have a team. Or do I?
I assembled a team of some of the best football YouTubers I could find and flew them to New York to help me win these matches. The stakes were at an all-time high now because there was also a crazy reward on the line for completing my training. I would be given an exclusive VIP suite ticket to the El Classico to watch both Ronaldinho and Kaka's old clubs Real Madrid and Barcelona battle it out in New York. The first match began and immediately I saw just how physical this was going to be. But I had prepared for this, so I made sure to be just as physical to show them that I wasn't scared. But some people seem to take that personally. Come. Now, in case some of you missed it, my opponent said this. Come. He clearly wasn't happy with the way I was playing. So next time I got the ball, this happened. He completely fouled me, but in pickup football, there are no refs. So I had to handle it my way. I bodied his teammate and played it to Ussi, who counter-attacked. I continued my run forward, and after a lovely back heel from Ussi, I volleyed it in to secure our first win.
All that fouling don't work, bro.
It was a great start for my team, but now we had to do it again. After training all week, I was feeling sharp and confident. The pickup games were only 10 minutes long, so the first goal was so important. Yet again though, it was late in the game and we hadn't scored yet. But that was until me and Ussi combined again. And after some nice passing, he rolled the ball back to me and I calmly put it in the back of the net to secure another win. But this was also the point I started struggling.
It's so tiring playing in this heat. I'm absolutely blown. And you know what doesn't get tiring? Looking at this view. Yeah, that's what's keeping me going. We ain't losing tonight.
But when the third match started, it was clear I hadn't recovered yet. I was making silly mistakes and it was looking like we might actually lose the game. But luckily for me, David scored this banger to save us. Now I needed to wake up because we were playing the best opponents yet. I could tell they'd been watching me because as soon as I took my first touch, they were on me. At this point, we had played matches back to back and I was really tired. And it didn't help that the defenders were doubling up on me. But I made sure to keep creating chances and take on defenders 1v1 every time I got the chance. And then, with 2 minutes left after some great link-up play, we had the best chance of the game.
On the money.
But from the resulting goal kick, Ussi intercepted the ball, played a 1-2 with me and scored the winner. Everything was going perfectly. It felt like nothing could go wrong. But then, out of nowhere, we had a major problem. Right before the next game, a group of 30 came onto our pitch and refused to let us play anymore. It was getting late and everyone was still arguing. And at this rate, it looked like I wouldn't be able to complete my training. But after an hour of argument, we all finally came to an agreement.
Game is back on. The sun sets out. It's time to ball out.
But now I was faced with a new problem. My teammates had all picked up injuries from playing back-to-back matches, so now I had to complete this challenge alone. And the team I was up against next were known as one of the most difficult teams to beat in Pier 5. They were extremely physical and they were dangerous in front of goal. I even had to block a certain goal off the line. Now that my teammates were gone, I was struggling playing with these new players. I didn't know anyone and they refused to pass to me, which was very frustrating. I knew if I wanted to score, I'd have to do it all myself. So the next time I got the ball, I took on the whole team. But as soon as I got close to the goal, I was completely taken out.
Hey! What? Hey, you took me out!
But of course, there are no rules, so I wasn't given a foul.
You got taken out right there.
And things went from bad to worse very quickly.
Oh, come on, man.
The keeper made a terrible mistake and I lost my first match of the day.
Hey, if they give me the ball, we would have won.
What's I told you?
If they give me the ball, tell them to give me the ball. Boys, I need you out there.
And it's true, I really did, because if I lose this final match, I fail my training and lose the chance to play with Ronaldinho, and I couldn't let that happen. So I made the decision to join the team that just beat me to give myself the best chance to get the win in this final game. The final game kicked off under the lights and it didn't start well for us. The opponents took an early lead and straight away we were on the back foot. But I was determined to turn this game around. I received the ball in defense and after beating the player, I played the ball forward, which our striker ended up finishing. There were seconds remaining now, and we had one last attack. But I knew it would take something crazy to win us this game. And with the last kick of the game, I pulled out a crazy bicycle kick. And just like that, I had completed my preparation for the big match.
Boys,
Amazing day, man.
great day. Well played.
Great day, man.
Thank
What
you.
a day.
Well, boys, thank you so much for the help.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
We're in New York, but it's time for me to head to LA. It's time to play Ronaldinho and Kaka. I think I'm ready. It's time.
And as a result of winning 5 out of the 6 pickup matches, I was given VIP suite tickets to the El Classico.
This is the most exclusive suite in the whole stadium. So let's go inside. Big suite just for us. This is crazy.
The views from our suite were amazing, and we were even sitting next to the Real Madrid president. But it was only right that I experienced this with one of the teammates that helped me get here. So of course, I had my boy Ussi with me. The teams came out and the El Clasico began, and Barcelona came out on top. Ronaldinho's former team came away with a 2-1 win in the El Clasico.
Thank you for coming to this game with me, man.
Thank you, man. It was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Hey, now it's time for me to continue the journey. You know where we're going.
The day has finally arrived. It's time to play in the game of legends.
That's mine, come on!
Come on. Hey, we're here, man.
Yes, we are.
Sunny LA. Hey, I love it here. Football's coming up. Literally about to play Ronaldinho on his team. Crazy.
We then made our way inside to the locker room and saw our kits for the first time, including global superstar Justin Bieber's kit. I found my shirt and now it all started to feel so real.
Yes.
Now that was done, it was time for a quick pitch inspection.
Hey, this is mad.
One thing I noticed about the arena was how hard the floor was, and that could be a problem later when we play in the match. After kicking around for about an hour, we were told to head inside because our captain today, the king, Ronaldinho, had just entered the building. Hundreds of people crowded the hallways just to get a picture of Kaka and Ronaldinho. Meanwhile, the rest of us went outside for the warm-up. We weren't far from kickoff now, and my adrenaline was pumping like crazy. But I needed to stay concentrated because I also have 5 challenges to complete in the match today. The fans were slowly starting to come in, and this is where it really started to hit me. We were in LA about to play with Ronaldinho versus Team Kaka. It literally felt like we were professional footballers. I was living the dream. I'd worked so hard for the last few weeks, and now it was my time to shine. This was so special for me because I grew up watching these legends, and now I was moments away from sharing the pitch with them. When I walked out, there were literally cameras everywhere, and the game was being shown on live TV.
This is crazy. Ronaldinho is literally right there. I'm gonna be playing Ronaldinho.
It all felt so surreal. This was by far the biggest match of my life, and now I couldn't wait to get out on that pitch. But unfortunately, I was starting on the bench. The game kicked off, and it wasn't long before we had some drama on the pitch. Ronaldinho had won us a penalty, and the man himself was stepping up to take it. But the keeper makes a big save to deny the legend from giving us the lead. But my team kept up the pressure, and Ronaldinho put it on a plate for Hero, who gave us the lead. And then, in the 15th minute, I came onto the pitch for the first time. The only thing was, I was told to play in defense, and the player I was marking was the one and only Kaka. So this isn't gonna be easy. Now, I'm not a natural defender, but I was feeling pretty comfortable doing the job for my team, and I was winning all the battles versus the striker. I man-marked him the whole time. I literally didn't leave my half until about 5 minutes later. Ronaldinho had the ball and then flicked it over to me. I tried to play the 1-2 with Ronaldinho, but the pass was intercepted. Then, after a chip from Ronaldinho to me, I chested it down to Castro, but the defender just got a foot in to deny me my first assist of the game. And that turned out to be my last action of the quarter, as I was substituted soon after. Now I know you're probably wondering why I was substituted after just 5 minutes. Well, the truth is, our team had so many players that each player could only get 5 minutes each quarter. So that meant I didn't have a lot of time to make my mark. But my team ended the quarter strong as Ronaldinho made up for his penalty miss by smashing this free kick into the net, giving us the 2-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. But that lead wasn't going to last long. First, the legend Kaka scored a beautiful goal for his team, and then they scored 2 more goals back to back to suddenly turn this game on its head. If we didn't score the next goal, this could get bad. So I asked the coach to put me on, and he did. This time when I came on, I was given a more advanced role. So I was taking on players and showing the skills that I'd practiced. My team were playing well, but we still needed a goal. My teammate fired it into me and I played through Jen, who scored the equalizer. I'd made an instant impact off the bench and even got Ronaldinho's approval. This was my first assist of the match, but I still needed 2 more to complete that challenge. After that goal, I moved to striker now. And this is where myself and Ronaldinho was starting to link up on the pitch. One of my biggest goals today was to assist or get an assist from Ronaldinho. And after some nice play from me in the corner, Ronaldinho played the ball into me. I tried to flick it back to him, but the defender made a clutch challenge. At this point, my confidence level was at an all-time high. I even nutmegged this ex-professional footballer, but Kaka was having none of it as he rolled the ball past me, then sprinted away from me with ease. But with 30 seconds left of the half, I was about to be given the moment of dreams. Kaka's shot was saved off the line and now we could counter. I played the ball into Ronaldinho and he played me the perfect pass. This was the moment. After Ronaldinho's assist, my shot smashed off the crossbar. Ronaldinho couldn't believe it and neither could I. The dream moment didn't come true this time.
First half done and Ronaldinho played me through and I nearly scored. I nearly scored after Ronaldinho assist. Listen to me, in this game I'm scoring a goal, mark my words, but it's been absolutely amazing. Can't wait to get out for the second half.
To be honest, I was a bit annoyed with myself that I didn't score. But meeting all the amazing fans at halftime definitely made me feel better. I also got a picture with my captain, Ronaldinho. And now I was feeling ready for the second half. But again, things didn't go as planned. Kaka scored to give his team the lead again. And then their player did this. We needed to make sure we didn't concede again. So I came on and went back into defense. The opponents kept attacking and I was put into difficult 2-versus-1 situation that I defended excellently. And even though I was surrounded, I kept the ball and won us a foul. My battle with Kaka also continued. But even though we were opponents, I had definitely earned his respect. I ventured forward and Ronaldinho nearly assisted me again. But it didn't matter because in the next play, our captain Ronaldinho got us back in the game. I celebrated the goal with Ronaldinho. And that crazy moment alone is enough to convince me that I was living in a dreamland. But not for long, because this is where it all went wrong. After I tripped on the ball, the opponents counterattacked and had a shot at goal. And when the rebound fell to me, a miscommunication between me and my teammate led to them scoring. This was a nightmare moment. Just as we were coming back into the game, I made a huge mistake. Out of frustration, I tried to blame my teammate for not clearing it. But deep down, I knew it was my fault. The opponents didn't stop there either. Kaka scored again and then assisted another. And just like that, we were going into the final quarter, 4 goals down. It felt impossible to come back from this. And to make things even harder, Ronaldinho was no longer playing, so the manager put me in his position.
Final quarter, we're down by 3 goals. I've been put up front. They want me to try and change this game, save us. So I know what I need to do, man. Let's go and do it. Come on.
Going into this final quarter, it felt like all the pressure was on my shoulders. But I live for these moments. If we wanted to get back into this game, we needed to score early. My teammate chipped the ball over the keeper. It hit the post, and after a scramble on the goal line, I finally scored my first goal. Even though I did get tripped by the goalkeeper, I was determined to do everything in my power to score that goal. And I made sure to do the CP20 celebration just like my fans requested. After my goal, Ballon d'Or winner Kaka dropped into defense to come and mark me. And that made things even harder than they already were. But I decided to use it to my advantage. On the next attack, I dragged the defenders away, leaving an open space for my teammate to do this. It finally felt like we were back in the game, and I nearly got another assist, but the keeper made a good save. Everyone could feel the next goal coming, and I even had a double chance in front of goal, but I just couldn't put it in the net. I was so determined to win this game that I was even tracking back the whole pitch to make tackles, and that hard work seemed to pay off because I received the ball in the middle of the pitch and slipped through my teammate who put it away. We were in touching distance now, and we weren't done there. I intercepted the ball, went through on goal, but the defender dragged me down and the referee gave the penalty. This was the perfect chance to equalize, but as I went to take it, my teammate took the penalty from me. I knew there was too much at stake to argue about it, so I just let him have it. And thankfully, he scored to equalize the game. For the first time in the match, it felt like we could actually win. And with time running out, I received the ball, held off one defender, beat the next, and then laid it off to my striker. And he scored to give us the lead at last, also giving me my third assist of the game. I got past two defenders before laying the ball on a plate for my teammate to score. After that, I was benched to give me a well-deserved rest. I'd supplied 3 assists and 1 goal to save my team. Surely it couldn't go wrong from here. Well, it did. The opponent scored from a free kick and sent us back to square one. I came back off the bench straight away, but when I came back on, I did something I would later regret. Maybe it was because of tired legs, but for some reason I booted the ball off the wall to no one. And with 30 seconds remaining, the opponents counter-attacked so fast that I couldn't get back to recover. And they scored what felt like the winning goal. My mistake had cost us this match. There were 20 seconds left now, and the game was literally running away from us. I ran as hard as I could, and with 5 seconds remaining, we were gifted the stroke of luck we've been waiting for. The ball was kicked over, meaning we were awarded a free kick. And with the last kick of the game, this happened. Team Ronaldinho had equalized with the last kick of the game. And because of that, this game would be decided by golden goal. There was so much pressure now because everyone knew that this game would be decided by one chance and one chance only. And that chance would fall to me. Hero passed me the ball and I played it back to him. I ran forward and he played it back to Jen, who played a first time pass to me. I was 1v1 now. I beat the final defender, but the ball bounced off my left foot and rolled back to the keeper. That was the chance to win this game, and I wasted it. And from that, the keeper rolled it out and the opponents counterattacked one last time. The ball was played across goal, our defender was completely taken out, and who else but Kaka arrived to smash the ball into the corner to win the match. I couldn't believe it.
So close. So close. Oh man, we were so close to winning. I had the chance right there. I had the chance.
Team Kaka lifted their trophy and they were officially the winners of the first ever Game of Legends. Even though we didn't win this time, I felt so blessed. I literally played on Ronaldinho's team against Kaka. Next year, I'll be back for redemption.